At Stock Market Guides, we alert subscribers when we find trade setups that have a backtested edge. This video is about when to close those trades. Now, whether you get alerted about a trade setup from our do-it-yourself scanner or one of our stock or option picks, in each case, you're going to be presented with a full trade setup that you can follow along with. And part of that full trade setup is exit instructions. So on the screen here is a trade alert for ASTS that we posted, and you can see it has a very precise trade exit timestamp. And in this case, it also has a profit target. So the idea with each of our trade alerts is that we're alerting you when we find a trade setup that has a backtested edge. And this down here shows what the trade setup is. In this case, it's called discount on uptrend shallow. That's the trading strategy. And this shows how that exact trade setup has performed historically for, in this case, ASTS, according to our backtest research. And so if you want to follow in lockstep with that exact trading approach that generated these backtest results, then you would exit at the time that's prescribed. And so that's when you could close this particular trade. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to do that. We certainly aren't advising you of anything. We're not financial advisors. We're just telling you this right here is the set of instructions you could use for when to exit if you want to follow along with what generated these backtest results. But ultimately, it's completely up to you when to close a trade. You might decide to close the trade sooner if you get an amount of profit that you are happy with, or you might decide to hold the trade longer. It's completely up to you. We support you all the way regardless. But at least with each trade alert, you do have the parameters for how to follow along in lockstep with that particular trade setup. In the cases where a profit target is indicated, you can simply set up a sell limit order for those. So in this case for ASTS, if you do buy shares of the stock, you can set up a sell limit order at the profit target that would automatically close the trade if the stock price gets up to this point and secure your profit. And so the idea in a case like this, where we show both a timestamp for a trade exit as well as a profit target, the idea is that whichever occurs first is what would cause the trade to be ended. If you have any questions about our trade alerts or our scanner or even just about the market in general, you can contact us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.